This is a no contact bottle pump. This is not. Can you tell the difference? And no, it's not because this one has a silver closure, and it's also not because this is a little bit longer or that you can see through this one. None of those features that you can see easily will tell you whether this is a no contact bottle pump. First, let's talk about what is a no contact bottle pump. And then we'll get to how can you know what type you have. A no contact bottle pump is one where when you press down on the pump and the contents come out of the pump, it does not pass through and touch the spring that makes the pump go up and down. Okay, every bottle pump has a spring in it that makes this pump go up and down. But some bottle pumps, your contents will come in contact with that spring, and some they will not. Now at Bottleful Home, I only use pumps where there is no contact between the spring and the liquid contents. And why is that? The reason that's important is because when your liquid contents come in contact with the spring, there is chance over time for that spring to begin to corrode and break down. And therefore, obviously, you would have either less efficient or broken pump for your bottle and need to find replacements, which is not always easy to do. And that's a whole other video. That's why it's important that when you buy a bottle that you're going to use in the long term, that you find ones that have no contact pumps. Now, how can you tell what you have? Well, it's not always very easy. Like I said, visibly, you cannot tell in this state which one is and which one is not a no contact bottle pump. However, because this one has a clear mechanism on the inside, we can tell visibly that this one is not a no contact bottle pump. And that's because you can see where this tube ends and your contents will begin to come in contact with that spring that's inside this pump. Now, both of these are lotion pumps, so they have the same viscosity abilities. So the determination of lotion versus not a lotion pump does not tell you whether your spring will come in contact with the liquids. Only by either visibly examining it and being able to see the actual enclosure, or there's two other ways. Now, if you want to know if you have a no contact bottle pump and you can't see through the enclosure, so you don't know what the mechanism looks like on the inside, there are two other things you can do. One, you can contact the manufacturer and ask them. They may or may not know. I cannot guarantee that all customer service departments and all manufacturers will be able to tell you this information. So if you fail to get that information that way and you can't see through your mechanism, the only other way you could figure that out is if you were to disassemble your bottle pump. And in order to do that, you would need to take off the pump actuator. This part is called the actuator. If you pull most bottle pumps, you can just pull this right directly off. And sometimes it will take a decent amount of effort to reassemble it afterwards. You have to take this part off. You will also have to take this part off, which is also not always easy. Sometimes it just clips on. If it's glued on, you won't be able to reassemble this. So if you are not sure whether your bottle pump that you're purchasing is a no contact bottle pump, it does come down to either destroying one pump potentially in order to figure it out, or getting that information from the manufacturer. I know that's not ideal as far as solutions go, which is why I only use no contact bottle pumps. Now you might be wondering, do retail products like Bath and Body Works or, even things that you buy at Amazon come with no contact bottle pumps? Well, the truth is, a lot of times they do not, but here's why it doesn't actually matter that much. Most of the time, retail bottles that are sold in stores or on Amazon, they have product in them already. And you're only going to be using that bottle for a number of months before you're going to be recycling the bottle and throwing away the pump itself and getting something new. So the spring coming in contact with the contents isn't very important in the context of just a few weeks or a few months. When it matters is when you're buying refillable bottles, like you buy from Bottleful Home or anyone else, and you know that you're putting it in your Airbnb or you're putting it in your guest bathroom or it's in your own bathroom. And this is going to be a long-term purchase, something that you're refilling over and over again, and you expect it to work for years in the future. That's when you need to care, because that spring will break down over time if it does come in contact with the liquid contents within the bottle. And when it breaks down, you will have only a couple of options. You will need to either find a replacement or you'll have to replace your bottle set. And again, not every manufacturer offers replacement pumps for their bottles. So it does pose a problem in the future. So if you want the most longevity from your refillable bottles, make sure you buy from somebody who will use no contact pumps, or at least ask them. And here's how you can find out in a listing. Either look for the words no contact, or look for a similar phrase, because this is not necessarily standardized industry language. However, if you can't find it anywhere in a listing directly, you can always contact that company and ask them. Like I said, sometimes they'll know, sometimes they won't. You can't always tell by looking at a pump exactly what its capacity is, what its output is, or whether the contents come in contact with your liquids. So it's important to buy from somebody who will be able to supply you with the information that you need to make sure that your purchase will last you for years down the road.